This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, a Milford man drowned this morning after falling through the ice on Quakish Lake in T3 Indian Purchase Township.
The Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife says 62-year-old Walter Demmons and a friend were preparing to ice fish about 75 yards from shore around 9:30 this morning and were checking the ice thickness by drilling holes through it. They heard the ice crack and spread out in an attempt to not break through. But the ice did break and both fell into the water. The department said the two were communicating with each other as they tried to get out, but Demmons suddenly said he wasn't going to make it and went under. The friend was able to eventually get out of the water and call 911. Demmons' body was later retrieved and brought to a funeral home. His friend was treated for hypothermia at the hospital and released.
Well, 3 people charged in connection with a home invasion and armed robbery in Norridge Walk earlier this week appeared in court this afternoon. 37-year-old Javier Corlin of Connecticut, 29-year-old Zaid Issa of Pennsylvania, and 37-year-old Alexandra Gords of Waterville appeared in court via Zoom from the Somerset County Jail. The suspects were arrested Wednesday but allegedly refused to give their names at first. All 3 are facing counts related to a Class A robbery and various drug charges. One of the suspects, Zaid Issa, addressed the court this afternoon.
They're saying they found money on me, or they found something I stole on me. That's not true either. And then they're saying there were drugs on me that were found. That's not true either. I never had drugs, money, or any of that from anywhere.
Issa and Corlin were both granted $50,000 cash bail. Gords was granted $5,000 cash bail with conditions that she enter a substance use disorder program. All 3 are next scheduled to appear in court January 24th.
A murder trial is now underway in Washington County after it was delayed on Thursday. Our David Ledford has the latest.
Jurors heard opening statements in the trial of 2 people accused of killing a Perry woman who was found dead in her home after being stabbed nearly 500 times.
Perry residents 40-year-old Donald Dana and 39-year-old Kaylee Brackett have both been charged with 1 count of murder for the death of 43-year-old Kimberly Neptune in April of last year. Prosecutors say they have evidence that will prove either one or both of the parties committed the crime, including footprints and blood found at the scene.
Donald Dana, Kaylee Brackett stabbed her over and over and over again. Donald Dana had left his blood on the stairway, on the wall. The state alleges the defendant either personally committed the crime of murder or was the accomplice of the other defendant.
The defense, on the other hand, argued that neither of the defendants had enough of a motive to kill Neptune.
The state collected over 144 items of evidentiary value. Nothing credible links back to Kaylee Brackett. Why would Kaylee Brackett savagely murder her best friend for money when she didn't need the money?
Danelle and Kimberly's brother, they grew up together. They're like in the same class in school. They played on all the same teams.
Opening arguments were supposed to begin Thursday, but were delayed for what the judge described as new developments. The nature of those developments was not made clear Friday. Both Brackett and Dana pleaded not guilty in July of 2022. Their trial will resume next week. In Machias, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, the Hancock County grand jury has indicted 2 people on attempted murder charges. Officers arrested 29-year-old Dmitry Dubrovsky after finding a man with gunshot wounds to his head back in July. A citizen called 911 and reported Dubrovsky and 30-year-old Duncan Haas were involved in an altercation at 21 Stolt Road in Lemoyne. The caller reported hearing 2 gunshots and viewing the 2 men loading a body into the back of a truck. Officers later found Spencer Trott wandering on the Bayside Road in Trenton. Dubrovsky was indicted on 26 counts, including attempted murder, kidnapping, burglary, and assault. 37-year-old Chris Soriano of Tremont was also indicted for attempted murder. Police say he allegedly tried to shoot his roommate in October. According to the roommate, Soriano allegedly threatened him at gunpoint and told him to leave, then fired a shot above his head as he was gathering his belongings. He also allegedly fired at his car as the roommate was leaving. Finally, a man involved in a standoff with police on Deer Isle was indicted on several charges. Police tried to serve 37-year-old Aaron Bolger a warrant for burglary charges in September, but he allegedly resisted arrest and assaulted a deputy in the process. Deputies did fire shots during the encounter, and state police tactical team was called in for assistance. Bolger was not injured. He was indicted for assault on an officer, refusing to submit to arrest, and interference with a law enforcement canine.
Holden police have arrested a man suspected of leading multiple police agencies on a high-speed chase through at least 3 towns. The incident occurred on October 17th when a driver refused to pull over for a traffic stop in Dedham. The person, now identified by Maine Department of Public Safety as 34-year-old Noah Weeks, allegedly continued through Holden and into Eddington, where he abandoned the vehicle he was driving and then took control of a man's truck. The driver later ditched that truck and took another car at PV Manufacturing in Eddington. Weeks was arrested on 2 outstanding warrants and also faces additional charges from Holden PD, including robbery, driving to endanger, and theft by unauthorized taking.
Well, switching gears now, Maine's congressional delegation continues to press for an investigation of the events that led up to the Lewiston mass shooting. They sent a letter today to the Inspector General of the U.S. Department of the Army, Lieutenant General Donna Martin, to further press for a comprehensive review of the facts. The delegation wrote, quote, "This tragedy warrants a much broader, independent inquiry. We must work to fully understand what happened and what could have been done differently that might have prevented the Lewiston shooting on the local, state, and federal levels. We must also give the American people confidence that the investigation is comprehensive and unbiased," end quote.
Jerry Goss, a family man and public servant who spent decades serving the Brewer community, has sadly passed away. Goss was a mayor, city councilor, principal, and a champion of doing the right thing for Brewer. His son John shared that there have been many tributes for a man who never asked for any, saying that truly captures the impact he had on so many people. Our Doug Banks shares some of the stories of those who knew him.
Such a loving person to the community, really, truly bleeding orange and black.
The impact Brewer Deputy Mayor and City Councilor Jerry Goss had spans multiple communities and multiple decades. From his work with the Bangor Area Recovery Network to organizing high school basketball tournaments with the Maine Principals Association, his list of achievements is endless. So is the number of people who looked up to him.
I always think of him as, in many ways, as one of the trendsetters about how to be a principal. Instead of being aloof and kids kind of intimidated by you, to be well known and to have kids comfortable with you.
One example of his mission to help others occurred back in 2012 when he found a new home for an education and fitness program, allowing it to actually expand.
They'll be able to utilize that gym during the day for exercise, and the alternative ed kids can work with seniors. And what better way to build a relationship between young kids and seniors than through a little friendly exercise?
He cared about not just athletics, but he cared about all those that he came in contact with. He just did, whatever it took to make Brewer a better community.
They say if there's one thing Goss loved more than the city of Brewer, it was his family.
Jerry loved his family with all his heart, and at every council meeting, he would just beam about his grandchildren.
Goss leaves behind a strong legacy of selflessness and leadership that will continue to inspire others.
He would want me to challenge others in our community to come forward and take his lead and step forward in the community to help make a difference.
He wasn't out for himself, he was out for everybody else. He was out for all of us.
In Brewer, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Wow.
Really speaks volumes about who he was. So many people have those types of things to say about you. That's a life well lived and something we should all aspire to.
Absolutely. You can just only imagine, as someone who didn't know him personally, just how amazing he was by all of those testimonies.
Yeah, pretty clear.
Yeah.
All right, folks, well, let's go ahead and hit pause here and get a first check of our forecast.
Thank you so much. Wow, nice and toasty out there in your houses this morning, not outside. It was cold, cold, cold outdoors. Temperatures, once again, we're hovering close to 0 degrees, folks, even below 0 in some spots. So not a good looking morning at all. Hopefully you had your heat going and, of course, your fire pits if you have any at home. But look what happened later on this afternoon. 30 degrees as a high, 35 right by the coast, 32 in Rockland. Of course, up north, not quite as lucky. Greenville into Millinocket area, temperatures were in those mid to upper 20s. With that snow still on the ground, we are continuing to see it. Looking like Christmas. I know we're starting to see those decorations, that snow sprinkled in, but get ready. It's going to get warm the next couple of days and rain will be back. Overall, though, for now, just some partly cloudy skies, not much going on. A light breeze as well. Here in town, we're looking at a solid 3-mile-per-hour breeze. Overnight tonight, it is going to get cold once again. So make sure you bundle up out there, folks, by the morning hours.
Alrighty, well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, our Matthew Sharancic brings us a preview of this year's annual Wabanaki Winter Market.
And winter doesn't mean ticks are no longer a threat. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard will explain. Stay tuned for those stories and more when we come right back.
Because I have both Medicaid and Medicare, I got a special Medicare Advantage plan from WellCare. It's called DSNP. That's DSNP. And it stands for Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. My grandson, it's my boy.
Hey, Grandma.
And a WellCare DSNP comes with a whole lot of these. As in, WellCare gives me benefits I can use every day, and real human support, and answers I can understand. And I get benefits like $0 copays on prescriptions, and a WellCare Spendables debit card to pay for things like dental, utilities, and groceries. I can even use it to pay at the pump for gas. And that means a WellCare DSNP provides what I need when I need it. And that gives me the confidence I need to get through every day.
The coverage you need and more. Call or visit wellcareyes.com to see if you qualify for more benefits.
The best value for your money is only at the Furniture Gallery. And as the end of year approaches, it's time for our end of year blowout sale, where you can save up to 70% off brand name mattresses and furniture. At the Furniture Gallery, we're slashing prices like never before. Quantities are limited and they won't last long, so hurry in and save big. You won't see these savings again, so don't miss your chance to purchase those special items you've been looking for all year. Shop local, save money at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and North Windham.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to snow blowers, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel or Newport.
Have you ever walked into a jewelry store and just gotten overwhelmed? Pushy salesmen, sky-high prices, and they don't even have what you want. Well, that's not the experience you get from Quality Jewelers. Our team does not work on commission, so that means our common goal of finding you the perfect piece is paramount. Our mission is to give you the best experience possible, providing service after the sale and earning your business for life. So make those memories with us here at Quality Jewelers. Quality Jewelers, locally owned and operated, Penobscot Plaza, Bangor.
Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah from ABC 7.
An annual Wabanaki event taking place tomorrow is looking to make the gift-giving season a little easier for folks. It also looks to tackle a prolonged issue between the Wabanaki nations and the state. Our Matthew Jarancic has the story.
If you're looking for some authentic, handmade Christmas gifts for friends and family, the Wabanaki Winter Market will check off some boxes on your Christmas list.
It's a great thing for this time of the year. It'll really give the people a little boost for Christmas spending.
The event will feature Wabanaki-based artists and their exquisite craftsmanship, techniques that have been handed down through generations. It also serves as a reminder to everyone about the Wabanaki Nation's ongoing fight in gaining independence from the state.
We need to have the same sovereignty and recognition as the other 570 tribes across the United States. And because of the way the 1980 Settlement Act is written, we don't have that.
The 1980 Settlement Act is a never-ending conversation within the Wabanaki nations, especially when it comes to laws surrounding indigenous groups. Syllaboy says of the roughly 150 bills involving indigenous tribes passed by Congress in the last 40 years, none have involved Maine's Wabanaki tribes. He hopes an event like this will help put that ball in motion.
We've been here for 12, 13,000 years, and the tribes ain't going anywhere at this point. And we will continue to fight for what we believe is our rights until we get them.
The Wabanaki Winter Market will also feature demonstrations throughout the day from the tribes. Doors will open at 9 a.m. and run until 3 p.m. The event is free and open to the public. In Orono, Matthew Jaroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Maine had a record number of Lyme disease cases this year, that according to the Maine CDC, and the problem doesn't go away when the snow falls. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard learns more about what you need to know to stay safe this winter.
Unfortunately, unlike the mosquitoes that we have in Maine, ticks don't hibernate or go dormant or die during the winter. So anytime that the temperature is above freezing, they can be out, and if they can get above the snow layer, they can be biting people.
Megan Porter, a public health educator at the Maine CDC, says just because it's cold outside doesn't mean the threat of ticks goes away.
During the winter, the main tick that we have in our state that's active is the deer tick. Deer ticks tend to like forested areas, so areas that have tall grass and shrubs and deciduous trees or leafy trees. Unfortunately, that's a lot of Maine, and it might be your backyard.
Porter adds the first step of tick prevention is to wear clothes that cover your legs and arms. She says that thankfully, because of the cold, most people are already bundled up.
Step 2 would be to add a layer of an EPA-approved repellent, so something like DEET. Your typical mosquito repellents with EPA-approved ingredients should all work against ticks as well. So add that on. If you've got some dedicated winter hiking gear, winter skiing gear, anything like that, you can treat that with permethrin, and that should last you all winter.
Another tip to kill off any ticks that may have hitched a ride on your coattails is to throw your jacket or outer layers into the dryer for 10 minutes after returning home. According to the Maine CDC, over 2,700 Mainers contracted Lyme disease this past year, which is the highest number ever recorded in the state.
Now, this is part of a trend that we've seen over the last few years where we've had increasing number of cases over the years. This just tells us that the deer ticks that we have in Maine are increasing in number. We know that they're in every county in Maine, and we know that the risk is still there all the time.
Porter adds, if you get bitten by a tick, don't panic. Remove the tick with a tick spoon or a pair of needle-nose tweezers. And if you start to feel sick, talk with a healthcare professional. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard with ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Definitely a time of year I think people become complacent once there's snow on the ground, temperatures are super cold. And as Corey so wisely pointed out, yeah, not the case.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So just always got to be vigilant when it comes to ticks.
For sure. Well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, you could win some great prizes and raise money for Belfast's graduating class of 2024 this weekend.
And in sports, it's Fast Break Friday, and we'll catch up with Ellsworth Girls Hoops as they look to repeat as champs. That story right after the break.
Miracle Ear made it easy. I just booked an appointment, and a certified hearing care professional evaluated my hearing loss and helped me find the right device calibrated to my unique hearing needs.
Call now and book your free hearing evaluation.
When outdoors, some people like it hot and some people like it cold. However, when indoors, most people like it comfortably warm. Choose a Boderas boiler from McCusick Petroleum Company to provide you with comfortable and efficient heat. They also offer sales and service on many brands of furnaces, boilers, and water heaters. McCusick Petroleum Company delivers oil and LP gas to homes and businesses throughout the Pequot region. If you'd like more information on pricing or service, call or stop by our office in Dover Foxcroft.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota Equipment, the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, with professional-grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. all backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
My father worked at the mill for over 30 years. He was exposed to a great community and excelled at his job, but he was also exposed to asbestos. The air quality inside the mill was always his biggest complaint. He had no idea how deadly some of the products and materials were. When he was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew to call Joe Bornstein's office to get my dad the help he needs and the justice he deserves.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Who likes to drink good coffee? At Carabassa Coffee Company, we roast premium quality coffee beans from all over the world. Roasted to perfection in small batches, our coffee is always fresh. We offer a large selection, including our specialty blends, organics, single origins, decaf, and flavor. Whether you like light, medium, or dark roasts, we have coffee to suit every taste. We offer flat rate shipping for online orders, and we ship fast. Carabassa Coffee Company. Drink good coffee.
Miracle Ear made it easy. I just booked an appointment, and a certified hearing care professional evaluated my hearing loss and helped me find the right device calibrated to my unique hearing needs.
Call now and book your free hearing evaluation.
Now, with so much on the line, more Americans are turning to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight than any other newscast across all of television.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. It is the first Friday night fast break this season, coming up tonight on Fox at 10 p.m. And for our first hardwood spotlight of the year, our Ryan Sudol checks in with Ellsworth girls basketball. The Eagles won the Class B gold ball last year, and they are returning a ton of talent, looking for another run.
It's important for us to stay humble and realize that it is a new season and that we have to work just as hard to get back to where we were.
After winning their first ever gold ball, defending Class B champs Ellsworth girls basketball have all the hype behind them heading into this year.
We have a really strong nucleus coming back, and some of those ones that didn't get a ton of time or coming off injury are getting a lot of time in the preseason.
That nucleus, all but one player from last year, and the Eagles are already making headlines through their scrimmages, putting up 80-plus points on the regular.
We push the ball a lot, we shoot very well, we finish at the rim. We're just playing very unselfish, and we really just have a common goal of winning, so we will do that at any cost. We lead the league in high fives, that's kind of our motto. We want to be the best teammates we can be.
And not only are the Eagles shooting the lights out, but they're doing it against Class A and AA teams like Brewer, Bangor, Windham, and Lawrence.
We're going to get into the regular season. There's going to be B teams that aren't going to compete at the level we want to compete at. So we really think it's important now to see this competition to challenge ourselves and work on that playoff time experience.
But these teams are showing the Eagles they aren't invincible. For instance, they may score a lot, but giving up, say, 60 points still leaves a lot to be desired.
You're going to have nights you don't shoot the ball well, but you have to play defense every single night. And that is one improvement we do need to make.
Defense wins championships. We're going to put up the points, but we got to get our stops first.
But even with that, the Eagles have all the tools to run it back. And the team knows that full well.
We're not going to get anything. We're going to have to work for it, and it's going to be hard, but I really think that we have a very good chance of doing it again.
I mean, everybody says an undefeated season's bad luck, but why lose if you have to?
Reporting for ABC 7 Fox 22 Sports, I'm Ryan Sudol.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Looking forward to the show tonight. We're bringing you guys 7 games, analysis, scores, and more. But for now, that's all the time we have for sports. Here's Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast. Conrad?
Thank you so much. Our main weather is brought to you by Varney Ford. Varney Ford in Newport gives 1 full year maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come visit them and see their huge selection of cars and trucks. The nice car and truck people. All right, guys. Weather-wise, we're pretty good out there today, but look what happens to the west. Denver, Colorado getting in on some snow showers, and then up north, look at all this. That rain yesterday now is snow because colder air is making its way in the forecast, and that's exactly what's happening. Rain transitioning into snow as that cold air works its way into the region. Not quite here in town just yet. We're actually going to be warming up kind of like the Midwest has been the last couple of days. They've seen near record highs out there, 50s, 60s, even 70s in Denver, Colorado just 2 days ago. So wow, whole big difference out there now with snow back in their forecast for us. Just a few passing clouds here and there, but oh boy, get ready. Look how much rain is on the way. Over 2 inches here in town. Dover, Foxcroft, we're looking at over 3 inches possible. Millinocket area, same story. So it does look like we're going to get a lot of rain. And with temperatures back in the 50s, that wind's going to be blowing all that rain around Sunday into Monday. Definitely not the days you want to be outdoors. And of course, with temperatures well above freezing, we're not looking at snow. You got to go all the way right by the border of Canada, and then of course right over the border into Canada to tap into some snowfall totals into Quebec as well. Not really here in town, especially with those temperatures. All of these temperatures down south will shoot its way all the way up into Maine, and we're talking 50s making a return. Same story in Chicago, where average highs around 37. We're going to be near that tomorrow. Look what happened Sunday into Monday, back in the 50s, and then cold front comes in. Monday afternoon, we're going from the 50s to the 30s throughout the day on Monday, staying in the 30s Tuesday into Wednesday, and then cooling off even more by Thursday. So get ready. It is going to be a big mess coming up Sunday into Monday. We do have some flood watches that are in effect, and of course, some high wind watches that have been posted. Most likely will be warnings, especially with all those wind gusts we will be getting Sunday into Monday. For tonight, not much going on. It's going to stay cold, though. We're looking at mostly clear skies, cold temperatures in the area, that calm wind. Get ready. That's going to allow that atmosphere to really cool off, that cold air making its way all the way down south to the surface, single digits once again. For tomorrow, though, 35 degrees, a little bit warmer, increasing clouds. Other than that, staying mainly cloudy throughout the day with a light breeze. Our extended forecast outlook does show rain begins on Sunday, really picks up in intensity Sunday night into Monday. Very gusty winds as well. Temperatures will be in the 50s by the morning hours on Monday, and then cooling off into the 30s, 20s overnight on Monday, and then staying in the 30s Tuesday into Wednesday.
Even just being in the 30s today just felt so different than the last few days before.
What a relief, seriously.
Yeah, big time.
All right, well, there's more to come after the break. Stay with us.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Here with At Home Kitchen, Bath, and Flooring in Dover, Foxcroft, we are proud to be the one-stop destination for all of your interior home renovation needs. Here you'll find our amazing kitchen design team and our flooring installers on staff and ready for you and your custom projects. We have over 50 years of combined experience, and we will work with you from start to finish, including design, demo, and cleanup. So come on down and see us and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
Making contributions to a 529, no matter how big or how small, keeps the conversation going for a family.
Some sort of training beyond high school is needed. Having some money put away, that's kind of our goal.
And it helps your child think about what they want to do with their future and know that they have some financial support, but also your support as a parent to pursue their dreams.
To learn more about NextGen 529, its investment objectives, risks, and costs, read the program description at nextgenforme.com. Check if your home state has a 529 plan that offers tax or other benefits.
It's the sale everyone's been waiting for. The Columbia Fleece Sale is going on now at Label Shopper. Shop men's and women's Columbia Fleece now through Monday and save. Hurry in. Label Shopper. Great clothes, great prices.
Tonight, the civilians caught in the line of fire as the death toll rises in Gaza. Plus, strong winds, rain, hail, possible tornadoes. Where this massive storm is heading, more Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David.
Welcome back. A holiday-themed fundraiser this weekend offers the chance to win some great prizes. The Belfast High School's Festival of Trees supports the class of 2024's project graduation. That's a supervised celebration for graduating seniors at the end of the school year. Guests can buy raffle tickets, which are then dispersed at the trees of their choice with a chance to win that tree and everything underneath it. All the trees and gifts were donated by local businesses and families.
We really rely on this to be able to raise enough money to give our kids the best celebration that they deserve as graduating seniors.
The event is taking place Saturday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday from 9 till 3. The winners will be announced on Sunday afternoon. Best of luck to everyone. Let's get those kids a great project graduation.
Yeah, and congrats to all the graduating seniors as well.
Indeed. Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for us. Take care and good night.
Good night, everyone.